Well, welcome back to Bill Fortney's photography vlog number 5. I got a great question from one of our readers on the blog. How do you decide what bag to use and how do you fly with your gear? Well, this was a great question from S. Carter. I'm not going to give first name. Anyway, this is the bag that I just purchased. I'm carrying mirrorless equipment, as you well know, and I don't need a huge bag for travel gear, but this will carry almost anything that I need. This is the Think Tank Navigator. It's a rolling bag. You can open it from the top and work out of the top of it while it's sitting upright. It sits upright like this. Or you can open it up to get into the interior like this. This is the laptop. And then you have 2 camera bodies in here with lenses. I use microfiber cloths to pad everything when I'm traveling. In this bag, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lenses and 2 bodies with lenses on them. And I'll just unpack this real quick for you and give you an idea. When I'm going out to do general photography, this is the system that I take. Here is my 90mm f2 Fuji lens, Fujifilm lens. This is the 23 f2, that's my wide angle. This is the 18 to 135, that's the longest lens I carry because that's the equivalent of a 28 to 200. This is the new little compact 50mm lens, which is a 75, and I use it as a portrait lens and with diopters as close-up. I have 2 bodies in here. The biggest one is my XT2, and that's outfitted with the 16mm 1.4, and I've got the battery compartment on here, which is really handy to speed up the operation of the camera. I'm just going to set this on the floor. The other body that stays in here is the X Pro 2. This is the graphite one. And this has a 23 f2 on it. This other is not a 23 f2. That was the wrong lens cap on it. The other is a 35mm f2, which is a 50. And then in case I want to do videotaping or anything while I'm out traveling, my microphone is in here, cleaning supplies, extra cards and things like that, some diopters for doing close-up work, and then your basic set of cleaning supplies. There's one other lens buried down in here and in a little spot in the corner. This is the 14mm 2.8. I use that lens a lot when I need to really open it up wide. But this rolls easy. It weighs 28 pounds with a laptop and with all that gear. And it's just a handy way to get through airports and to get to the hotel. Now, once I get on location, I use a photo vest like I have on now and just put the lenses I need in the pockets and work that way. I'm just going to set this out of the way so I can talk about these other bags. I don't often use a backpack anymore. I don't carry a lot of gear long distances. I usually drive my SUV as close to where I'm working as I can. But when I'm using a backpack, I can carry most everything that I want to take with me. And this is the Think Tank, and I believe this is the Airport Essentials bag. But it'll hold all of this stuff plus the 100 to 400, which will also fit in that airport rolling bag. But this bag is great for putting in the back of the SUV and working out of it in there. But it's rarely ever carried any further than to a rolling cart to take it into the hotel. I don't throw it on my back and carry it around because it's about 30 pounds completely loaded, maybe a hair more. If I'm going to do a shoulder bag for a short distance, this is the Retrospective 5, the one that this particular one has a leather cover. I kind of like that. But this will hold 1 body with a lens and about 3 additional lenses. 3 if 2 of them are small and 1 longer lens. But I found for just a shoulder bag, it's not too heavy. It protects it and you can carry it around and have it right in the field if you need it. If I'm going to do a long walk and I'm going to be out there for a while, and I don't want a lot of gear, I can use a little, this is a little donkey bag. I don't know what model this is. It's one of their very smallest ones. But this will hold several additional lenses and cleaning supplies, and then I can just keep the camera over my shoulder. This is a super way to travel extra light. The key for bags for travel is how secure can they be. If you're going to carry this around, you don't want to set it down somewhere unattended, and that's why I try to use smaller bags that I can throw over my shoulder and keep them with me. The big bags that are rolling, as long as you can stand right next to it, most of the places that we shoot in nature, that's not an issue. In national parks, most people, if you're standing close by, it's not an issue. But in big cities, I'd be careful to walk away from anything that's really valuable like that. This is a pretty good little system, all in a rolling bag that I can get through the airport and can work out of it. Once I get to a rental car, or if I'm driving, I have my big backpack and it's filled with gear. Some people say, well, how do you carry a tripod when you travel? I have a tripod where I can remove the head. I've got a really right stuff TVR 33, I think is the model. And it folds flat enough or short enough, I can put it in my rolling suitcase along with the head, wrap the head in some t-shirts, or I've actually got a bag for the head. And that protects that, and then you've got all your gear ready to go. I think it's so important when you're traveling to not only protect your gear, but to have it at hand. If you can't get a hold of it, you can't shoot with it. And the whole point of travel is to get out and make some nice photographs. Well, as always, I hope that was helpful. I'm headed on the road here quickly to do some work out in the field. I'll be taking all of this stuff, and I'll check back in with you whenever we get back from this trip. I want to thank you for the questions, and thank you for coming by and visiting. Hope you have a great shoot your next time out, and God bless.